Time for the hate and the bad and the G got my mind on my money. That is like broccoli. I live in like hey lovelies, hey lovelies, hey lovelies. It's your girl Obe here and you're welcome to my YouTube channel where I love to do what I love to do best, which is entertaining you. So guys, in today's video we are talking about my labor and delivery journey. Okay, my labor of this baby girl here who happens to be 8 months already and her delivery. So if you're interested in this kind of stories, which I assure you it's going to be fun and interesting, sit back and relax because this mama here got gist for you. So it all started on the 15th of May, and as at that very day I was already long overdue with my delivery. And just so sorry mama, take here, have it. Just so you know, this like she's my third baby. Okay, I have 2 boys already. Can somebody come and take this girl, please? I have 2 boys already. Okay, and she's actually my third. She's the only girl I have. So it started on the 15th of May 2022 at 2 p.m. in the night, where I felt something that seemed like the pain of a needle inside my BJJ, if you know what that means, in my BJJ. Okay, and I was like, okay, I think I know this feeling. Okay, I think I know this feeling. It's something I felt twice before. It's time to get this baby popping. It's time to get this baby popping out of me. Okay, because as at this time, man, my stomach was as long as people that used to see me then. Women will understand this part better. When you see me then coming, the only thing you just say is, madam, sorry, do you need a seat? Because obviously you know that I needed help and I needed a seat. So I went out and I woke my husband up. I told him, you need to get up, okay? Something is about popping out of my BJJ. And he was like, do we need to go to the hospital now? I said, no, we can just give you time. Maybe let's watch for 2 hours. You know now, based on Odogu when I be, I felt I get experience. Odogu one name, I can handle this. Come on, I can do this. That's how we stayed. I said it started by 2. So we stayed in the house till at about 5. And it was during lockdown period in Port Harcourt. So there was no movement or anything. But before then, we've already arranged with a friend of ours that was an officer. So he came to the house with his own personal car and picked us. Now, the hospital I registered from my house to the hospital is like 30 minutes to 45 minutes on a free road. If not the day when village people won't follow you, you can spend 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, even 3 hours on that road. You never reach where you they go. But thankfully, like I said, it was a total shutdown period, so the roads were free. That's how we were going. This time around then, you see that my husband's friend that came to pick us from the house, because I sat down in front with him. You see his hand, I don't press the hand so if butter they come out for person hand, the hand for produce enough quantity of butter to bake a full cake that day. And he was so understanding. May God actually bless that man for me. He was so understanding, even with all the pressing. When the contraction hold me like this, with all the pressing, he will still be like, don't worry, it's okay. It was after the whole delivery, he told me that his fingers were on fire. So like I said, I downloaded an app. Okay, I will try and remember the name of the app and drop it in the description box for my fellow women that actually might be watching this video while pregnant. Now, what that app did for me was to track my contraction. It tracked it from when the contractions were mild to when it was getting severe to when it was like I was already ready to give birth. It told me that your baby was coming out in the next 30 minutes. We got to the hospital. You know how Nigerian nurses are. The matron we met on duty, She was like, what's the problem? I told her, but you are seeing me. I am the problem. I have a baby about to pop up from my VJJ, and you're asking me what the problem is. She picked offense. She said I spoke to her rudely. She was so sluggish, till finally the gynecologist came, took me into the labor ward for the first time, and checked me and said, I was just like only 2 centimeters dilated, blah 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 blah. I need to go into the labor room. So I was now, this time around, see, the pain don't enter my head. I was already, you know when somebody is in severe pain, I was in so much pain that I was just telling God, if you can deliver me from this one, I'm not go even knock man again. You see man, if I see man, I go wrong. So, and I told that nurse that we met the first time in the hospital, and I told her, I said, please ma, why are you even angry with me? What have I done to you? She said, because I was rude to her the first time. I said, you see me in this kind of pain, like a full-blown headed baby want to pop out of my vajayjay, my punani, and you say I was rude to you. Okay, fine, anything I've done to you, whether today, yesterday, whether I've ever met you in my former ward, please, this is the way I was telling her, please forgive me, just be nice to me. All I want you to do, anytime this contraction holds me, allow me to squeeze your hand. I just need your hand. And the funniest part of it was that this my contraction pain came with hand squeezing. Okay, there was nothing else that gave me relief other than squeezing somebody's hand. She now said, okay, no problem. So I don't put cloth away. Before they even say remove your cloth, they brought this their maternity gown for pregnant. Maternity guinea, come on, throw the stuff out the roof. I threw it away. I was stuck naked like Eve. I was ready to tell God, this is the way you created me. So I was pasting. They took me into a labor ward. Okay, I was pacing on all about. I met another woman in the labor ward where they took me to, and surprisingly, see, some women are strong. Kudos. I met this woman. They said this woman has been there since the night before. Okay, I met her lying down on the bed. She was practically sleeping, but she was in labor. This is the first time I've seen such a thing all my life. With all the labor I've been through, it has always been shouting and screaming like a lunatic. I can shout, I can scream. You see, when I'm in labor, they say, I'm mad person be this. This one don't mad before. I go crazy, I go gaga, I go nuts, I go all over. Yes! Yes! So, the woman was sleeping and the fish drip on her. When I could not even bear them to pierce me, you say drip, I'll pull and throw away. Now drip be my problem now. Get this baby out of my tummy. So I was just using the woman to give myself hope. I said, if this woman can be sleeping, I hope you respect yourself. You're already a mother of 2. You're too mature for this. With your age, with your size, with your pedigree and your charisma. Is that even correct? Your charisma, I hope that is even correct. I was using the woman to give myself hope. I was looking at her, I was saying, if this woman can do this, I can do this. If this woman can do this, I can do this. She will just turn once in a while and I will be there. And the worst of all is that they just put only me and her inside that ward. They said no other person, no man, no other person was allowed to come into the ward. Because I begged them, I said, even if it's my husband, just allow him come. Let me be squeezing his hand, be squeezing his eye, be squeezing his nose. Let me squeeze his neck. Because now he put me inside this situation. So when 2 of us do, we enjoy and it's sweet 2 of us. He reached to bone and only me carry the pain. Meanwhile, in the outside, they pace up. Although he was pacing up and down, okay, I could see him through the window that he was so worried. But I just needed the man inside the room so I can squeeze him. But there was nothing to squeeze. I was just squeezing the bed, squeezing myself, shouting, screaming, doctor, come and check me. Doctor, I need you. Doctor. Finally, the doctor now came inside the hospital room. He said he will not take me to the labor room again because when they checked me last, I was just 2 cm. He should just check again. And one part I hate so much in delivery is this part of checking. You see, once they start saying they should choke. Normally, if you put your finger on the normal day when it's no labor, it's yummy. But when it's labor, oh God. Hey mama, please, can I just have this video in peace? When it's not labor, It seems there is something else that comes with the finger, because it comes with fire and brimstone. Hey mama, it comes with, she's my gist partner, she's actually used to me and her gisting, so she thinks I'm talking to her. It comes with fire and brimstone. Okay, so the doctor came once more. He put his hand into his JJ and said, okay, right now you are 6 centimeters dilated, you are getting close, just keep on bearing, keep on bearing. That was how the doctor, this one again left. Another one that came, said they need to check my blood pressure. That was where the problem started from. Okay, so they checked my blood pressure and it was high. Meanwhile, let's rewind back, okay, to before the labor. During my pregnancy, I was having BP in pregnancy. Okay, I had prolactin. Women that have been through pregnancy will understand it. I had prolactin in my urine and I had BP all through my pregnancy. All right, so in fact, I actually thought I was going to give birth to this baby through a C-section. So when I was already overdue, like I was already like 2 weeks overdue, I had it in mind that if this baby does not pop out that week we're entering, remember I said I gave birth on the 15th of May and it happened to be on Sunday. So I had it in mind that if this baby does not pop out that week we're entering, I was going for an elective CS already. Okay, so it was not surprising. It was not surprising to me when they checked my BP and my BP was high. I was already expecting all that, because in all my previous pregnancies and deliveries, my BP is always high during labor. So I was not really surprised. So by this time around, the BP was so high. Now back to the day of my labor, the BP was so high. They administered drugs. They called the head gynecologist. He needed to come. He was like, okay, they should connect something into my VJJ to extract urine, to clear off my bladder. They should do this. That was where the cocoa happened. Now I was laying on the bed and the next thing I felt was splush. My water busted. I hope that English is correct. My water busted. Is that English making? My water burst. My water busted. It should be correct now. My water can't burst. Now in my previous pregnancies, it is always the doctor or the matron on duty that used to use one sharp thing to just choke it and burst. Yeah, I went through that pain. I did. That used to chook one sharp thing into my VJJ and burst the water. But this time around, and immediately after they burst the water, the next thing that follows is labor. That's my previous pregnancies. But this time around, I just felt I was having this urge to push, and I would tell them, I want to push. They said, don't push, you're not fully dilated, don't push. But you know, when this urge to push comes, it's something you cannot control. So when they are telling you don't push, as if they are speaking, you know, when somebody is speaking Arabic in your ear, the only thing you understand at that time is pidgin English. Don't push, madam, don't push. Didn't you attend antenatal? You know better than this. Before I push more, and the only time I feel relief is when I push more. As I push more, I feel better. But they will tell you, oh, you are going to tear your service, and for us to sell your service, you are going to pay some amount of money. I push again, and I felt small relief. That's how I was pushing, little by little, without the assistance of anybody. Before the next time I just say I should do, my water just burst. Sister, pain extraordinary. In a form that even your enemy will come to you and tell you, sorry my friend. That's what I was going through at that time. I was really telling God, God, forgive me. Everybody I've offended, forgive me. Anybody I've ever insulted, taxi driver, keke driver, bike man, traders, market women. Yes, I said all that. I said it. I mean it. I said it. Anybody Anybody I've ever offended, forgive me, because what I'm going through right now is something I cannot explain. And I told the doctor, I said, doctor, the moment my water bursts, the next thing that follows is the head of my baby. The doctor said, no, don't worry, we need to fix is it cataract they call that thing? I don't know, that thing they do fix inside your VJJ to extract urine. He was like, we need to fix it to extract the urine, to clear your bladder, to do this. The next thing he heard was that was how, on top of the hospital bed, my baby's head came out. Before the doctors and the nurses could run to wear their hand gloves, put on their apron so the blood will not splash on their body, before they could say one or two, before they could say Jack Robinson, before they could say Obey, my baby was out. Bam! That was how they caught her. That's how I gave birth to this baby on the hospital bed. Although after the delivery, some things followed, like bleeding. Okay, she came out 4.2 kg. My first baby came out 4.5 kg. My second son was 3.8 kg, and she was 4.2 kg. So she obviously had sugar issues, which they started to tackle immediately. And because of her size and everything, I was bleeding. And luckily for me, with all those things they were saying, your cervix will tear, you will have internal tear, your this will tear, nothing at all. My body was intact. It was a miracle actually, but I was bleeding. And the placenta delayed coming out. So they were trying to bring out the placenta. And you know this thing they say, after 20 minutes, if the placenta is not out, they need to bring it out through an operation. That's how they operate in the hospital I gave birth. I don't know about others. So, sorry love. So, the placenta, they were trying to struggle with it before finally it came out. When it came out, I felt this kind of relief I've never felt in my life. Like, I now started to regret. But why did I actually have to say sorry to that man? He offended me, okay? He deserves nothing like a sorry from me. I'm right. As after I pushed out the baby, I felt okay. They tackled the bleeding, the placenta came out, and we were supposed to discharge that day. But because of her sugar and I bled a little, they had to keep us till the next day, and we were discharged and we came home, which is this beautiful baby. Her name is Chloe, whom you are seeing here. And since the day I delivered her till today that I'm telling this delivery story, I have not taken her to the hospital apart from her immunizations. I've not taken her to the hospital for any reason, because she has never been sick. She has never had any reason to take as little as paracetamol. In fact, I guess she's the strongest out of all my babies. It's been a blissful journey with her. Isn't she so beautiful? And she looks so much like me. When mama is pretty, baby is supposed to be pretty. So that was my labor and delivery story. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did and you watched this extent and you have not subscribed to me, subscribe to your channel, support your girl. Please like my video, drop your comment, share this video if you can. I would really appreciate it. I hope to see you in my next video. Till then, it's your girl, Mama O, the dancing queen, the best dancer in Nigeria as at now, Obehi. I love you so much. To all my returning viewers, to all my subscribers, I heart you. To all my new subscribers, I saw you. I love you so much. Have a wonderful week ahead.